Ladies and gentlemen, the Marine Corps tradition of every Marine is a rifleman begins in recruit training. Prior to graduation, each Marine undergoes intensive marksmanship instruction and is required to qualify with the M16A2 service rifle, firing a total of 50 rounds from distances of 200, 300, and 500 yards. At this time, we will recognize those Marines who qualify with the highest score out of 250 possible points in each platoon. Please hold your applause until after all of the high shooters have been introduced. The high shooter of platoon 2072 is PFC Quezon with a score of 228 points. The high shooter of platoon 2073 is PFC Scroggins with a score of 228 points. The high shooter of platoon 2074 is PFC Correct with a score of 239 points. The high shooter of platoon 2076 is PFC Ritter with a score of 231 points. The high shooter of platoon 2077 is PFC Borowski with a score of 233 points. The high shooter of platoon 2078 is PFC Johnston with a score of 235 points. The high shooter of platoon 4028 is PFC Shear with a score of 224 points. The high shooter of platoon 4029 is PFC Kohoff with a score of 232 points. Ladies and gentlemen, the high shooters of Company E and Company O. Ladies and gentlemen, physical fitness plays an important part in the life of every Marine. The spirit of overall physical well-being is instilled and strengthened in every recruit so that it may be carried forward throughout their career as a Marine and beyond. Prior to graduation, each recruit must pass a rigorous physical fitness test, which measures their strength and stamina. At this time, we will recognize those Marines who have earned the title of most physically fit by achieving the highest score in their platoon out of a possible 300 points on the Marine Corps Physical Fitness Test. Please hold your applause until after all of the Marines have been recognized. The most physically fit Marine of platoon 2072 is PFC Osborne with a score of 291 points. The most physically fit Marine of platoon 2073 is PFC Denson with a score of 294 points. The most physically fit Marine of platoon 2074 is PFC Thomas with a score of 271 points. The most physically fit Marine of platoon 2076 is PFC Noyes with a score of 299 points. The most physically fit Marine of platoon 2077 is PFC Borowski with a score of 300 points. The most physically fit Marine of platoon 2078 is PFC Staniland with a score of 285 points. The most physically fit Marine of platoon 4028 is PFC Yanan Tuano with a score of 295 points. The most physically fit Marine of platoon 4029 is PFC Stein with a score of 300 points. Ladies and gentlemen, the most physically fit Marine of Company C and Company O.